Welcome back. We are with our next guest, who I was recently on his show, and he's going to talk about that in a minute. But we met through, what was the lady's name?
Crystal, Free My Weed Man.
Free My Weed Man down in Philadelphia.
Shout out to Crystal and Sharon.
Black Cannabis Week. We're going to be, trying to pull up to that as well. But without further ado, we have Mehka, the owner of the podcast Cash Color Cannabis. So, hey man, thank you for coming on my show.
Hey, no problem, no problem. The fact that you here at NECANN, I had to stop by, you showed me love and jumped on the Zoom for us and did the podcast, and I appreciated that. So, of course I had to stay here, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, funny story, we were behind the tent. I keep smelling what I think is weed to the point where I thought I saw Martha Stewart a second ago. And it wasn't Martha Stewart. It was just somebody who looked like
But it damn sure looked like Martha Stewart.
So I'm not super crazy.
Well, once again, man, thank you for coming on. Why don't you talk a little bit about you?
No doubt, man. My name is Mehka. I run Cash Color Cannabis. It's a media company we've been running since 2016. We're actually based out of the city of Atlanta. I'm born and raised from Boston, though. I was born and raised in Mattapan. Coming back home and coming back to the city and seeing the growth in the city when it comes to the cannabis culture is amazing. Night and day for me growing up 80s and 90s in Boston, I'm trying to tell you, man.
What's some of the changes you've seen? Because, this is my first time ever coming to this area like this.
Okay.
So what are some of the changes that you've seen since growing up here, moving away, cannabis becoming
Got you.
and now coming back?
Less arrests. Less arrests. Less people I know getting arrested for having a blunt or feeling like they smelled like weed or worried about whether or not somebody, that's been a killer for our community forever. I smell weed, what I mean? It could be a blunt, it could be a black and mild, it could be whatever, but that's been the thing that got people pulled over, stopped, ticketed for stuff they didn't even know they had for forever, man. So that's the biggest thing. Second biggest thing is me being, like I said, I'm from Mattapan, me being able to walk down the street and turn on Blue Hill Ave towards Mattapan Street and see Underground Legacy, which is a dispensary. That's a huge change in my life. You know what I mean? This is my neighborhood, man. That's a huge change. I love seeing that. And the second thing is I love just the embrace that people have for the plant.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I grew up, I'm not a big drinker, so I was never that. I never did any other drugs. The one thing I would consider ever a drug that I did was weed. You know what I mean? And to see now that people are finally looking at it like how I looked at it as, this is something that is way less dangerous, and I think that some of the things that we are able to just go out and do. Plus, when you think of it from a medicinal side, it's something that a million% helps people. So I'm loving the fact that we're embracing it heavy. I'm loving the representation I'm seeing, and I'm just loving the fact that we're to a point in the city where we can actually embrace what we call the cannabis industry.
It is different, I'm living in Vermont, and then coming out here it's magnetized, you know what I'm saying? It's so big, and just being out on the main street, being able to smoking there's the smoking area, and it just filled up with all smokers, you know what I'm saying? So it's very different and I can understand how growing up, being that way.
It was definitely a change for me. I don't want to give away nothing in case my mom watches this, but I actually walked down the street to the library. On the way to the library, I smoked a joint. I'd have never did that growing up. This is something brand new to me being back in Boston. Young me walking down Blue Hill Ave saying, I'm gonna light up this joint and nobody see if nobody give a fuck. Never would have did that. Today, I did it yesterday. While holding a slice of pizza. This actually happened. I did it yesterday.
Well, speaking of eating and smoking, coming to the next couple questions is, what is your preferred method of consumption?
I am a papers or blunt person.
Yeah.
I don't mind bongs, I don't mind pipes, anything like that. But for me, lifetime has always been more primarily blunts. I'm moving now more into papers, but those are the ways
Easy on the lung.
Yeah.
That's what I'm learning. At my age, I roll up a backie on the weekend, just like a celebratory, but I'm trying to move towards papers and stuff.
So I zoned out of backwoods and grabbers so long, I can't do it. My lungs can't do it.
That's what's up. Well, next question is, what do you like to eat when you get stoned?
That's a good question. It could be a lot of things. It really primarily depends on if I'm at my house or if I'm outside.
Okay, let's go with that in your house. If
I'm at my house, it's gonna be a given. I'm gonna go into my kitchen and I'm gonna pull out some wings.
Okay.
And I'm hitting the air fryer.
Yeah, right.
And we're in the air fryer. I'm gonna eat some fried chicken, but I'm gonna try to do it in the most healthiest way possible. As I smoke a joint, paper. Also trying to be the most healthiest way possible.
Be healthy on all aspects.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, look, man, thank you so much for coming on the show.
No doubt, man.
Appreciate it. It's awesome what you're doing, and I love that we getting to collaborate for something we've always did, but in a legal space. You know what I'm saying?
I'm blessed to be here and blessed to be able to be with you today, man.
And can you tell us where to find you on social media?
Oh, for sure. Everything is Cash Color Cannabis, so it's Cash Color Cannabis, all one word. If you just want to go to our website, cashcolorcannabis.com. We also have the magazine, cashcolorcannabismagazine.com. We're heading towards volume 10, which is our 10th issue of the magazine. So be on the lookout for that, man. Definitely support us. Cash Color Cannabis on everything, but cashcolorcannabis.com primarily. Hit up there.
Word. Thank you, man.
No doubt, man. Appreciate you.